Are there citizen comments or anything not on the agenda? If there are, step forward. Just state your name for the record, please.
Good evening. My name is BARB. I'm from Plano. I want to thank you again for this opportunity to speak. And since we all just said the Pledge of Allegiance together, which does include the phrase "under God," I wanted to just give you a few quotes from a few of our founding fathers and presidents and the like. America's second USA President John Adams said, "Our Constitution was made only for a moral and religious people. It is wholly inadequate for the government of any other." And a man named Governor Morris, involved in writing the Constitution, said, "Religion is the only solid base of morals, and morals are the only possible support of free government." James Madison, America's fourth president, stated, "We have staked the whole future of American civilization not on the power of government, far from it. We have staked the future of all our political institutions upon the capacity of each and all of us to govern ourselves according to the Ten Commandments of God." In light of this stance by these early governmental figures, I would like to present a few more thoughts on the discussion of allowing drag activities into Yorkville's public family settings. As a framework, I would like to point out that these days many try to divide people into two groups, the oppressors and the oppressed. In this way of thinking, regarding the present point of contention, those considered oppressors are those standing up to protect children's wholesome and carefree childhoods, childhoods unencumbered by inappropriately early considerations of sexuality, and childhoods untraumatized by displays of indecency and sexual perversion. Then, according to this paradigm, the oppressed are the wayward people disrupting, intruding upon, damaging, and stealing our children's naivety, security, and innocence. In contrast to these two convoluted man-made groups, the Most High God declares that there are two categories of people: those who are choosing life and those who are choosing death. The Almighty has informed us that the way to choose life is to pay attention to what He says and to follow His ways. Our nation's founding fathers took this very seriously, and it's really interesting that this is election day. This is a very patriotic day. Here's what Samuel Adams, father of the American Revolution, urged: "May every citizen have a proper sense of the deity upon his mind and an impression of that declaration recorded in the Bible: Him that honors me, I will honor, but he that despises me, God, shall be lightly esteemed." Additionally, Abraham Lincoln declared, "It is the duty of nations," and I would say cities, "to recognize the sublime truth in the Holy Scriptures, and which is proven by all history, that those nations only, or those cities only, are blessed, whose God is the Lord." And I would just say blessed simply means empowered to succeed. It seems to me that you, as the city council members, would want to choose life and blessing for the city of Yorkville. It only makes sense that you would choose to frame city life around the standards that honor God and according to the rules and values which He presents in the Bible as good and right. It only makes sense to position this city to receive the Almighty's favor, to receive from His hand the empowerment to survive and thrive, even as our original governmental leaders so wisely advised. And then in this drag debate, Mike, Molly, and Keith have also been making the case for upholding ordinances which are already on the books, thereby keeping Yorkville a city of law and order rather than one of lawless mess. They have also stressed maintaining government by representation rather than descending into tyranny. I would respectfully remind you that the Most High God is the original lawgiver, so He is all about law and order. He is not about leaders ignoring laws, and He is not about leaders demanding that those whom they serve bow to the leader's own whims and appetites. And then here is a side note to ponder in that regard. Are there whims present which are fueled by financial greed? Are there appetites present which are filled with lust? Could these be causing the limp arms towards handouts which vividly validate the serious concerns which Molly and others have expressed? I would suggest that these are questions which should be given a careful look. In closing, I make the appeal that Yorkville City Council members choose life for this city by choosing to search out what are God's moral and governmental standards and then determining to foundationally align with them. If you are not choosing life, you are choosing eventual death. Thank you again for allowing me free speech in this meeting, in this city, in this nation, which is under God.
Thank you. Anyone else here like to speak?